Hi students, myself Payal Christie and you can subscribe my channel on YouTube for more videos. And today we are going to start with Standard 11th Commerce, Subject English from the Snapshots, Chapter number 1, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, written by William Saroyan. And today we are going to study the second part of this chapter. Now in the first session, we saw that Murad came to Aram's house at 4 in the morning and woke him up by tapping on the window of his room. Aram jumped out of the bed, and when he looked out of the window, he couldn't believe what he saw. Now it was very much unbelievable for Aram to see what he saw out of the window. Murad was sitting on a beautiful white horse, and this was an unbelievable thing for Aram. The narrator here, Aram, he knew that his cousin Murad couldn't have bought the horse, and if he couldn't have bought it, he must have stolen it, because we have seen in the first session that Garoglanian family, they were very much famous for their trust and honesty, and they were very poor. Hardly they could fill their stomach. They didn't have that much money even to fill their stomach. So here, when Murad he brought the white horse, it was very much unbelievable for Aram. So Aram thought that he might have stolen this horse. Now afterwards, after some time, Aram makes up his mind and he thinks that stealing a horse for a ride was not the same thing as stealing money or selling a stolen horse. So here Aram he was also longing to ride on a horse right from his childhood. So afterwards he thinks that stealing a horse for a ride, that was not the same thing as stealing money or stealing a stolen horse. Now let's see further. For all I knew, maybe it wasn't stealing at all. So now Aram says that he knew that it wasn't stealing. If you were crazy about horses the way my cousin Murad and I were, it wasn't stealing. So he says that if you are crazy about the horses, because Murad and Aram right from their childhood they were crazy to ride on a horse, and so he says that it wasn't stealing if you are crazy about something. It wouldn't become stealing until we offered to sell the horse, which of course I knew would never do. So here Aram says that it wasn't stealing, but it would become stealing until we offered to sell the horse. Means if we sell this horse, then it would become like stealing something, which of course means definitely Aram knew that they are not going to do that thing. They are never going to sell this horse. Let me put on some clothes, I said. All right, he said, but hurry. So now Aram says that let me put on some clothes, and Murad says okay, whatever you want to do, just be hurry up with that. I leaped into my clothes. Now Aram here he wears his clothes. I jumped down to the yard from the window and leaped up onto the horse behind my cousin Murad. So now he dresses up and then he just leaps out from the window and he sits behind Murad on the horse for a ride. That year we lived at the edge of town. Now here edge of the town means the end of the town on Walnut Avenue. Where they used to live? Aram and Murad used to live at the edge of the town on Walnut Avenue. Please remember this thing. Behind our house was the country. Now he is just giving the description. Behind their house was a country. Vineyards, orchards, irrigation ditches and country roads. So this country was not much developed. There were vineyards. Vineyards means grapes garden. orchards, irrigation ditches, means the ditches where the water is stored for irrigation, and country roads. In less than 3 minutes, we were on Olive Avenue, and then the horse began to trot. So, in very few minutes, both of them were on Olive Avenue, and then the horse began to trot. Trot means the horse began to move slowly, walk slowly. The air was new and lovely to breathe. Now, how was the atmosphere? The air was very new and it was lovely to breathe. The feel of the horse running was wonderful. So, when they were riding on the horse, it was a very wonderful moment, because we know that Aram and Murad, right from their childhood, they wished to ride on a horse, and now their dream had come true. My cousin Murad, who was considered one of the craziest members of our family, began to sing. So, in the first session, we saw that Murad was considered as one of the craziest members of their Garoglanian family. Now he began to sing. He was very much excited, so he started singing. He began to roar. Now he started singing very loudly. Every family has a crazy streak in it somewhere, and my cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of the crazy streak in our tribe. Means in their Garoglanian family, one or two members, they were crazy like Murad. And this Murad, he was a natural descendant. Descendant means when you get any quality from your ancestors. Now ancestors in Hindi we can say Vanshaj. So he has got this quality from his ancestors of craziness. And streak in our tribe means they have seen many people crazy in their tribe. Before him was our uncle Khosrow. Now remember this name. What was the uncle's name? The uncle's name was Khosrow. An enormous man. He was a very huge man with a powerful head. He had a very powerful head of black hair and the largest mustache. Okay, so this is the description of Uncle Khosrow given, that he was a very enormous man. He had a very powerful head of black hair and the largest mustache in the San Joaquin. Just remember this thing, that valley. Okay, San Joaquin Valley, and it is the very biggest valley of California. And a man so furious in temper, means he was a very furious man, and he used to lose his temper very soon. So irritable, he was also very much irritable, so impatient that he stopped anyone from talking by roaring. Means whenever he used to talk with others, so any discussion, he used to just stop others by roaring, means speaking very loudly. And he used to always say, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." Means every time he used to utter this sentence, that it is no harm, means whenever somebody used to talk to him, then he used to tell that don't listen to him and don't pay any attention to it. That's what all, no matter what anybody happened to be talking about. Once it was his own son Arak. Now this is a new character. He was a son of Uncle Khosrow. Okay, so his son's name is Arak. Please remember this thing. He was running 8 blocks to the barber's shop where his father was having his mustache trimmed. So this uncle, he was sitting at the barber's shop and he was having his mustache trimmed. And his son ran and came to tell him that their house was on fire. So his son, he comes and gives Uncle Khosrow the news that their house was on fire. This man Khosrow sat up in the chair and rode. Now he was just sitting on the chair. He was not at all tensed when he heard the news that his house was on fire. And he rode. He rode means he spoke very, very angrily. "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." Now again he uttered the same sentence, that it is no harm and don't pay attention to it. He is telling this thing to that barber. The barber said, "But the boy says your house is on fire." So again, now this barber, he was also surprised. So the barber said that your son is telling that your house is on fire. So Khosrow roared enough. It is no harm, I say. So again he said that there is no harm, I said. My cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of this man. Although Murad's father was Zorab, who was practical and nothing else. Now here Murad, okay, he is also considered as the descendant of Uncle Khosrow. Okay, why? Because he was also crazy like Uncle Khosrow. Otherwise, Murad's father Zorab, he was a very practical person. He was not a crazy person like his son. That's how it was in our tribe. A man could be the father of his son's flesh, but that did not mean that he was also the father of his spirit. Now just understand these two lines, that a son can inherit his father's body, but not his characteristics. Okay, so this is these two lines, what it means, that a son can inherit his father's body, but not his characteristics. So that is why they thought, here this tribe, they thought that Murad would have inherited Uncle Khosrow's characteristics of being crazy. So what here, how is the nature of Murad? That is compared with Uncle Khosrow's, okay, and this characteristics of being crazy, that is same of Murad and his uncle, okay. The distribution of various kinds of spirits of our tribe have been from the beginning capricious and vagrant. Now what is the meaning of capricious? Changing quickly, and vagrant means unsettled. Means in this tribe, different people, they had the different characteristics. We rode and my cousin Murad sang. Now as they were riding on the horse, his cousin Murad sang. For all anybody knew, we were still in the old country where, at least according to some of our neighbors, we belong. We let the horse run as long as it felt like running. So they were riding on the horse as long as they felt like running. At last my cousin Murad said, "Get down." Now he is asking Aram to get down from the horse. So he is telling Aram that please get down from the horse. I want to ride alone. Now Murad said that he wanted to ride alone on the horse. Will you let me ride alone? I asked. Now Aram is asking this question, that will you allow me to ride alone on the horse? That is up to you, the horse, my cousin said. So Murad said that is up to the horse. Get down. The horse will let me ride, I said. We shall see, he said. So he said that the horse will allow me also to ride. So this is what Aram is telling to him. Don't forget that I have a way with a horse. Now have a way with a horse means how to deal with the horse. So here Aram says to Murad that don't forget that I can also handle the horse, deal with the horse very nicely. Well, I said, anyway you have with a horse, I have also. So now here when Murad told that I can deal with the horse very nicely, at the same time Aram also said that he can also handle and deal with the horse very nicely. For the sake of your safety, he said, let us hope so. So now Murad says that let's see that how you can handle the horse. Get down, all right, I said, but remember you have got to let me try to ride alone. So while getting down, Aram says that you have to give me chance to ride alone on the horse. I got down and my cousin Murad kicked his heels into the horse and shouted, Wazir, run. So now Murad is shouting and telling the horse, Wazir. Now here what is the meaning of Wazir? Wazir means to run. This is the meaning in Armenian language that is given, that is to run. The horse stood on its hind legs. Hind legs means to stand on the back legs. Snorted. The horse snorted means it made a loud noise. The horse made a loud noise and burst into a fury of speed. That was the loveliest thing I had ever seen. And the horse ran very speedily, and that was the loveliest moment for Aram to see that. My cousin Murad raced the horse across a field of dry grass to an irrigation ditch. Now he is riding with the horse across a field of dry grass. and to an irrigation ditch. As I told that this irrigation ditch, the water is used from this ditch for irrigation. Cross the ditch means now Murad and the horse, they cross the ditch, and 5 minutes later return dripping wet. So both of them have become wet due to that water which was there in the ditch. The sun was coming up. Now the sun was also coming overhead. Now it's my turn to ride. Now Aram says that now it is my turn to ride. I said. My cousin Murad got off the horse. Now Murad, he gets down from the horse. Ride, he said. Now he is giving the horse to Aram to ride. I leaped to the back of the horse and for a moment knew the most awful fear imaginable. Now he sits on the horse, but for a moment he was very much frightened. Awful fear means he was very much frightened whether he is going to ride on the horse and he is going to enjoy it or not. And it was just an unbelievable thing for him. The horse did not move. Now the horse did not move. Kick into his muscles. Now Murad says that to Aram to kick into the horse muscles. My cousin Murad said, what are you waiting for? So now Murad is telling to Aram to kick into the horse muscles and he is asking that for what he is waiting for. So here our second session also gets over and we will study the remaining portion in the third session. Thanks for watching the video and have a nice day.